Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors, bringing it to you here from a gloomy Wednesday morning in Westlake Village, California. Reminds me of June gloom coming already and morning surf session. So what do we like to talk about today? What are we going to talk about? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. We've got a lot to talk about today as Bitcoin has done something it hasn't done in a very long time. And if you do like these videos, hook me up with a like and press that subscribe button right there so you can get these updates on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So we do see several things going on here which are very telling on our short-term and medium-term time frames for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin dominance continues to falter. We're at a 43, I believe. Let's check that out. 43, and we're heading down to our macro targets of 39 and 35. This is the lowest we have seen just in the last year and a half, 2 years, which is rather interesting. Getting close to those, again, macro time frames, probably heading down to about 36. Fear and greed index, we're stuck in the 60s here. We're at a 68 today, mostly optimistic, which it should be, as Bitcoin just went up 3x without any major abatements over the last 5-6 months here. The open interest is coming down about 200 billion, which is probably longs taking profits, very likely the bulls in control of this market right now. So what do I mean by longs taking profits here? Let's jump right into this chart here. Actually, we'll take a look at this one on Coinbase. Longs taking profits. People that got in here at 49 or 48 probably got out at around 59 if they traded it perfectly, which most people don't. So, but very, very likely as open interest coming down in line with price action coming down, that means longs were taking profits. Really quick, let's take a look at the top 5 best and the top 5 worst coins. Top 5 best, we got Aave coming in up 29%. Kusama up 26%, Zcash up 24%, SushiSwap up 22%, and Synthetics up 20%. And I'm going to have us take a look at the hash ribbons here, which are on our secondary charts. And I'm just going to pull this up here. Hash ribbons, hash ribbons, hash ribbons. Let's harken back to them. Do I think right now that we just green candle our way back up to 80,000 or up to 80,000? No, I do stick with what I have been saying over the past month. Bitcoin trades sideways and down, putting in a major base around 50,000. Why? Well, I'll just throw on this trend line really quick. This trend line right here. Look at that. Perfectly in line with the bottom side Challenger band, coming right at 50,000. But harkening back to those hash ribbons, I'm going to pull this up here. We have not gotten a blue buy signal. What is the blue buy signal? That's the blue buy signal. And then we get about 2 weeks of price action and then a major leg momentous drive up. You can back test this as much as you like. Typically, blue buy signal, 2 weeks and then a major move up. Same thing here, and we can even go back to here. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, sometimes it's a month. But we haven't got a blue buy signal yet, and until we get that, I'm looking. I mean, it's not even relevant to be looking for any kind of major move in Bitcoin to the upside. Okay, and remember, it's a week to 2 weeks, sometimes a month before we will see the next momentous drive for Bitcoin. Which guess what? It's a month, at least a month after the capitulation signal. That's the green right there with the red crossing down, right? That is the capitulation signal. And usually it takes about a month for that to play out. Bitcoin, so is Bitcoin ready to trend to the upside? I would say no. I think we do, again, test this bottom side Challenger band, the bottom side of the range. You know, I think it scares the crap out of a bunch of people. I think some altcoins are going to test some serious downside. It'll be scaring action, and then Bitcoin carrying on with the rotation of the market. So what do I mean by rotation? Usually it's one general leading the market. Usually it's Bitcoin, but then sometimes it's Ethereum. Clearly, Ethereum is the general right now leading this market. Another thing I want to look at on Bitcoin, first off, or again, is the bi-monthly. 2-monthly, the bi-monthly, right? What do we usually see on the bi-monthly is we will test the bottom side Trollinger Band, right? It either will come up to meet that line or it will come down and touch it. And where's that coming in right now? At about 48, 49,000. So overall, Bitcoin could have some downside here. Looking at the weekly, now, as long as we're in a weekly uptrend, I'm still macro bullish. What does that mean? A weekly uptrend, as long as we're closing weekly candles above this $49,000 pivot, then we still have higher lows and higher highs, right? And that's an uptrend. And what do you know? The 20 simple, right in that's the medium, the median of the Bollinger Bands. The 20 simple coming in right at 49,142. I'm going to go take you back to something else very interesting, I think, and that's the MACD on the daily, which, what do you see here? We're about to cross down below the zero read. The histogram is turning white and losing momentum. And why is this interesting? Well, the last time we crossed down below the zero read was in September, right here. This was the last time we crossed down below it, back in September, right in that little area. And where is that in line with? Right here, which I'll try and make that bigger. This is September, right? We crossed down. We got to move from 11,900 down to 9,800. 20% correction, not bad. And then what? 2-month-long consolidation. Then we start closing above the topside Trollinger Band. And what happens there? We get a major move up, major move up. So if you want to measure that move so you guys can see it, this is 2-month-long consolidation. And then, boom, I mean, we get, gosh, you can't see it quite, but that is a, sorry guys, let's see if I can do this a little more where you can actually see it. We'll measure this move again right here. Going from here to here, 42,369. Oh man, we went even up higher, but you know, move to move, that was, I'm going to try it again. 250%, not bad, not bad. So, what do I see here? This looks like we are on the MACD on the daily, about to cross down. When it does cross down, that comes in line probably with Bitcoin testing that bottom side of the Trollinger Band at 50,000. And when we do get across back to the upside, back above the zero read, I'm going to look at that as a major bullish signal. We're very close to crossing down, but we haven't done it yet. So keep a close eye on this. And again, this indicator is freeze along with the hash ribbon. Along with the hash ribbons, you can go on to TradingView and just click here, and you'll type in hash ribbons. That'll give you the hash ribbons, and you can type in MACD, and that'll give you the MACD. Really easy to pull up, and it's free depending upon what level you have. Now, let's take a look at Butyrol. Good old Butyrol. Why do we call it Ethereum Butyrol? Well, Vitalik Buterin, the co-founder of Ethereum, the face of Ethereum. The guy is really young, born in 1994, a Russian-Canadian programmer. Best known for being the co-founder there. And you're going to have to excuse me while I get a little sip of my coffee here. So Butyrol, also known as Ethereum, we're going to take a look at this right now. Ethereum looking good here, looking strong, looking bullish. We did get a little head fake in the past day or two. on the top side Challenger band. And what I would be looking at that is kind of the first sign that we are beginning to, kind of see the move starting to wane. I mean, that, I don't know if you guys can see this. See this big wick right there? This one right here. This is kind of a signal of indecision. I did think we were going to keep moving higher. And what I will do is throw on our fib retracement and look at the 12-hour because I think that gauges there's a little bit more price action there. But if we take a fib retracement from wick to wick, we'll use wicks because right now the market's more volatile and you usually see more wicks. The next move up I'm expecting at 4,500, maybe a little selling pressure there. Ultimately, I do think 5,000 does get hit. This is my personal opinion. One more melt up move, somewhere around 5,000, then a catastrophic move back down to 3,000. 3,000 bucks, yep. So just a hunch, is that tradable? Well, it's going to be very hard to trade, even if you're a professional trader. So, again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, yada, 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 yada. Don't take any of this personally, just showing you what I'm looking at, so you get an idea for yourself what you're looking at. Now, something else I want to do is throw on, let's take a look at the two-day, just so you can see we're trending hard on the top side Challenger band. 3-day, we're trending above on the top side Challenger band. This is all very, very bullish action. The last time we had a closure above the top side Challenger band on Ethereum was here. Yeah, right here. This was, well, I guess the first move started there, and then we had this one right here. So if we measure that move, I mean, these moves are, that's a 360% move. Let's look at this one. This one is 60%, and this one is 80%. There was another huge one, which, this one right here. Ooh, two more I'm going to measure out here. This one, 300%, and this one right here, I mean, boom, 1,000%. So take an average here. If you just take an average and you take a look there, you're probably looking at, from the first move on the weekly, sorry, the weekly is right here. This happened here 2 weeks ago. And if you just throw on a 300% gain, that's going to put, I'm sorry, 200% gain, right? If we just measure from the top side Challenger band, the first closure on the weekly above the top side Challenger band to the next, I mean, that's 160%. Do a little mental math, 200% higher puts us at about 9,000. So we do have a pathway up that way. However, there's going to be some big ups and downs. I do think that could happen over the next 12 months. I don't think it's happening today or tomorrow. But I do like this asset, and that's, kind of what we're looking at right now is going to be with this parabolic asset. If Bitcoin does come back down to 50,000, right, I could see Ethereum coming down, back down to, probably this base here at about 3,500. I wouldn't say that's too out of the ordinary. We did put a nice, base around this area. And if we do a fib retracement there, I mean, we already threw on our fibs. But I do think Ethereum does have, just looking at the daily here, this is continuation. And I do think Ethereum has new highs to print here. Okay. Next thing I want to move on to is our famous doggy coin, right? Not going all the way down in one day, but I have been saying this is a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Everybody should remember that and just go ahead and follow through. What did we have? Big indicators here. I'm going to throw on our primary chart. Turn off my phone. Primary chart here. which has all of our major moving averages. And what do we see here? So price making higher highs along with RSI making lower highs. There's 4 drives of bearish divergence. So that's what bearish divergence is when the RSI is making lower highs and the price is making higher highs. You can clearly see that, 1, 2, 3, 4 drives of bearish divergence, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 higher highs. And this was the SNL Elon Musk event. And what happens there? What happens there? Did everybody think Elon Musk was going to come up here and tell a joke about Dogecoin and then it was going to go to a buck? I mean, where's the logic behind that? No, what typically happens is the people that bought into Dogecoin, right, at less than a penny, the whales accumulating at 3 cents, 5 cents, right, putting millions of dollars in Dogecoin back here at 7 cents, right? What does that is? What does that do? I mean, it's literally, it's like blood in the shark with water, blood in the water for sharks, right? And what they know is that there's going to be massive liquidity to dump into as retailers who aren't familiar with this market just start buying Dogecoin just because they hear about it on the news, right? So bearish divergence on a daily like this will usually play out and give us continuation down to the green 55. I wouldn't be surprised to see this asset come down to 25 cents, somewhere between 25 and 30 cents. We also had the 2-day bearish divergence playing out here, higher high, higher high, lower high, lower high. That playing out, and then we got the 3-day, which also has got, 3 major drives, bearish divergence coming all the way back there. I don't know if we'd count that back in February, but it is only May. Yeah, so that could be in line. This asset, really starting to cook here. Really starting to, look at this move here. This is, you're coming in from 0.006 cents to 70 cents, right? Anybody that bought back there in January, February, even March, you're talking about 5 cents, accumulating 5 cents. We were in 5 cents in April, and now it's gone to 70 cents, right? At some point, you got to take some profits, right? So what am I looking at on the daily, right? We were looking at a bounce off the yellow 21, which is typically what we get a test down to after that bearish divergence on the daily. A bounce back up to the red 10 simple at 53 cents, and then coming back down to 44 cents. So if we break 54 cents to the upside, I would be looking for a lower high to be put in around 63 cents. However, if we break 43 cents to the downside, I am going to be looking at a move down here to 28 cents, probably 24 cents, and then likely lower. I'd say, break 43, coming down to 33 right here at a minimum, and then very likely lower, lower, lower. I'm going to throw on a couple more coins, and hopefully this video is recording today. Having some technical difficulties, but what I want to take a look at is BNB, and we throw on these Fibonacci retracements, and these things in parabolic bull markets, this does tend to get your next target. So next target, the 618 is going to be at 750, and then the next target at 955. I do believe BNB heads and marches back up this way. We've got Tezos playing a huge range here at the top side. And we got 70 cents to the upside, fib retracement down to 450. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Next target here, we're coming up to $9 and probably heading to the 2 spot 618. And then what happens? Well, then if we break that, we'd be breaking the all-time high on this asset, which I'll show you here on this chart. We've got the all-time high back here at about 1050 on this asset. coming back all the way. That was January 20. Oh, that would have been 2017 high. Yeah, about 1050. So what happens when we break an all-time high? Excuse me. It's typically the start of a new bull market and a new rally, and I do think we could see this asset. I mean, Tezos is one of the darlings of the market, kind of an underdog. It hasn't 10x'd yet. It has a great project, great founders. They got an NFT project behind it, a DeFi project. They have the first stable zone Euro coin, or stable coin in the Eurozone. And I really, really do like that project because the gas fees are going to be much, much less than Ethereum. So it is one of the only competitors to Ethereum. And so I would be keeping an eye on this one. With that, I'm going to leave you off here, guys, today. Actually, I'm going to show you one more comp, another one of my favorites. A very limited supply of coins in the market, computations. We are seeing if you do the Fibonacci retracement, again, these targets usually do get hit in a bullish parabolic market like we're seeing right here. This one already got hit. Coming in here right at the 2618. Next target at the 3618 up at 1140. 1140. I am looking for it to head back up that way, or to head up that way. If we can get a closure above 914 on a daily, probably going to tag that 1140 mark. I do like that. And with that, I'll leave you off wishing you a blessed, happy, wonderful day. And go ahead and give us a like, give us a smash if you like these videos. You want to follow up on our following videos. We'd love to have you. Thanks and have a blessed day.